Now, at this point in our pop culture, if characters in the MCU, people know who they are. Once you've made that silver screen with the MCU opening credits on, then that character is famous. But so many characters and storylines from the Marvel Comics get changed, scrapped, or planned to be in a film 17 years from now, so you don't get to see them for 17 years. So if you really like Marvel characters and want to see a faithful and fun adaptation from the comics, Avengers Earths Mightiest Heroes is a show that you should really watch, and here is why. Now, Earth's Mightiest Heroes is an animated TV show based on the Marvel Comics, which ran on Disney XD from 2010 to 2013. It has 2 seasons and 52 episodes. The best way I could describe it as is a mix between a comic book and a Saturday morning cartoon. Although in some ways the MCU likes to adapt comic books, it's a very loose adaptation. I've read very few Marvel comics, but the show feels inspired a lot by them. I really liked the show when I watched it recently for a lot of reasons. It had a lot of episodes which were just solo stories, but many part of bigger story arcs. Having that mix of some big and small stories made it very exciting every episode because you never knew what you might get. Life is like a bar of chocolates after all. It gives the show a nice amount of variety and leniency to the stories, because many episodes don't work as an individual episode, and others don't work as a story arc. It also means we normally have different storylines going on at the same time, which can be very exciting, like I said. And with so many ongoing stories, like in the comics, you never knew who could show up, who could be connected, and it just gives such a fun feeling watching to have a narrative which isn't just completely linear, where once you beat someone up once, they are never shown again. You could say, okay, in this episode, the villain's going to be Loki, the next one it's going to be Ultron, and then it's going to be Loki again, and it's all going to be part of this big storyline. It's so good. And to tie into the start of the video, one of my favorite parts was to see Marvel characters in a new light, or even in the first time for many cases. It was very fun to see the Janet and Hank team of Ant-Man and the Wasp, or to see S.H.I.E.L.D. work against the Avengers. It lets you see completely different adaptations of characters, which make for a very exciting viewing experience, because even though you might have seen the Iron Man movies, you'll still get a new take on Iron Man as a character. Because the MCU tried to give all their stories a scientific feel, they changed the stories so much, seeing that the more fictional approach to stories here, it just shows such a contrast between the MCU and the show. One of my favorite stories in this show for me is the Ultron arc, because how different it was from the Ultron story we were presented with in the MCU. With the connected universe approach to pop culture, it's getting harder and harder to see different adaptations of characters and stories, and that's something I really love about the show, because I get to see another adaptation of a Marvel universe. But the part I love most is seeing completely new characters and stories. I love seeing MODOK for the first time here, and seeing the Serpent Society. It gives me an idea on what to expect for future projects in the MCU, like Secret Invasion, which we got a version of in this show. Overall, this show is for people who might want an alternative version of the MCU. If you love Marvel characters but can't sit around for hundreds of hours to watch all the new shows and movies, here you have a finite 2-season story, which is a lot of different stories, and which are pretty much all fun and enjoyable. Well, anyways, that's all I have to say. I won't be reviewing the show, by the way. I think for the fact that there's just no one story to follow, while being a fun watch, makes it very hard to review. I guess it's basically like trying to review every Marvel Avengers comics ever. I don't think it's going to work. I might do an analysis on certain parts of the show, but nothing on the whole of it. Anyways, thank you for watching, and what are you planning on watching the show now? Let me know in the comments down below. If you want to see a video on why Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania is finally getting me excited, watch this video. Make sure to subscribe because I do a bunch of other movie recommendations and reviews, so